The Mississippi has been both a vein and an artery for the heartland of America. The first highway for natives, explorers, traders, and pioneers. The river brought in raw materials and sent finished goods to markets. As such, it was a source of revenue and a source of power. It was the meeting point for riverboats and railroads. It was the location of factories and mills, docks and barges. The place we now call Brainerd was originally known as the Crossing. This is where the Northern Pacific Railroad crossed the river. The bank along the river is high and the gorge narrow, a fine place to build a bridge. Once the ravine was crossed and the dam built, we turned our back on the river. The high bank makes the river difficult to access, so for decades the Mississippi has quietly passed through our city on its way to the Gulf of Mexico. Some of us fish the river. You may see the occasional canoe or kayak. But for many people, the Mississippi in Brainerd is just a sign by a bridge. Now it is time to turn toward the river.
Jeannie and I noticed that wherever we go to visit a town, one of the first things we want to do when we know they're on a body of water, we want to go see that. We want to go hang out down by the river. We want to go see the waterfalls. We want to go down by the lake.
One of our most used spaces right now is Kiwanis Park. And even as it is, if you want to get to the river from Kiwanis Park, you're going to get your feet muddy most times of the year. If you want to put in your canoe, you're going to get your feet muddy in your canoe. If you want to fish, there is a fishing pier that'll accept a few people, but not a lot. The road that is there right now is used by everybody. It's used by cars, bicycles, skaters, walkers, people who are there to feed ducks. We really think we can do better.
We see an integrated, environmentally friendly project, accomplished in a way that respects the river.
You know, we're really looking for reasons to attract people to Brainerd. And there was a study done that said among the things people are looking for, one is aesthetics. We'd like to make the community of Brainerd look better. And the second is gathering spaces. Now, gathering spaces can be a variety of things in your community. It could be craft breweries, it might be restaurants, it might be parks, or it could be a walking place along the river. And we see this as a community amenity, not only for the people who live here, but also to attract new people. Our long-range vision would be that there is a trail along the entire river, at least from the Washington Street Bridge down through Rotary Park, maybe 2 miles of river, where you could walk, bike, you might be able to fish, a gathering space, maybe a plaza, multiple uses along the river.
For many cities, the river has been a tool, a thing to be used. When it is no longer functional as a working river, the riverfront became an eyesore, a dumping place, and in some cases, an environmental catastrophe. We, on the other hand, are starting with a natural wonder. The river has waited patiently for us to notice her, and now she invites us to visit. The Mississippi in Brainerd can be the heart and soul of our community. An enhanced riverfront will make Brainerd the preferred place to live, work, and play, and will enhance the Brainerd brand. Brainerd will be a destination, not a place on the way to somewhere else. The project will be built on the principles of collaboration, respect for the river, economic vitality, and a broad appeal. We see an accessible river walk like this in Minneapolis, or this in Indiana. We see a plaza, tables and benches, trails, an accessible river, quality signage to help with wayfinding, places for people, a meeting place, people meeting people, and people meeting the Mississippi. The river is a destination and also a starting point for connections to the rest of the city. Maybe a sculpture walk to guide them to and from restaurants, pubs, and shops.
So if there was a cool walk from downtown to the river, which is only 4 blocks, then you would get people buying up some of these vacant buildings along the way, turning them into shops. I'm already feeling and sensing a lot more vibrancy downtown. When you think in terms of connecting the river to downtown, you realize that the corner that the police station and the fire station are on is probably prime real estate. So in my mind, it wouldn't surprise me to see that area become the hub to connect the river and all of the energies that will be happening there with downtown Brainerd. More and more people are seeing opportunities with downtown. They're seeing how beautiful these buildings are. They're restoring them. They're thinking about starting their own new business. That's happening on almost every block in the downtown area right now. I really want to believe that part of it is because they sense the potential that the river is going to bring.
Brainerd is becoming a central location, a hub, for trails bringing in folks from all over Minnesota, the U.S., and the world. We are a destination for bicyclists. The Paul Bunyan and Cuyuna trails meet here. Plans are in the works to connect to other trails, eventually allowing cyclists to bike hundreds of miles throughout central Minnesota. This will make our Mississippi Riverwalk a must-stop along the way. Brainerd and the Riverwalk will be a place to rest, refresh, and restock. Bike to Brainerd, meet friends at a restaurant overlooking the river, sample local brews, visit unique shops. With this renewed focus, our community can honor our natural and cultural heritage while transforming our riverfront.
I'm excited to see us start turning the face of our community to the river and start appreciating it for how beautiful it is.
Learn more about the Brainerd Riverfront Project at brainerdriverfront.org. You can provide financial support by giving to the Brainerd Riverwalk Fund at the Brainerd Lakes Community Foundation, communitygiving.org.